language is Sanskrit? How many of you have not heard about this? You don't know? 70% English language is all Sanskrit. Sister Swasa, daughter Duhita. You take anything, go, gacha. Go. This is go. Go means Sanskrit word. Go, gacha. Gam means go. Most of the verbs are all Sanskrit. The root of English language, as I said, 70% Sanskrit. It's astonishing if you see simple words like. Yes, someone was out to say. Yeah, but I won't say it now. Why has He created life? Why He should not create a life? So that you could ask this question. If He had not created, you won't even able to ask. We don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I think God needed better advisor though. He needs better advisors. He's making things too complicated. Like nowadays, I have accepted your question and I am here now. Got it? Got it? It's spontaneous. See, present moment is inevitable. Whatever exists is only present moment. Even the future thought is in the present moment. Your future worry is not in future. It's in the present. Your past memories are in the present. You have no escape from the present. Anything you do, you worry about the past is also in the present only. You simply have to wake up and say, hey, the present is inevitable. That's it. Yeah? Yes? If you want to use, if you can use anger, if it's in your control, it is good. But if anger controls you, then you are in trouble. You see what I'm saying? You can use anger as a tool. But if anger starts using you, then you lose it. And you lose everything. The cause also is gone. Most people do this, you know. When they want to fight injustice, they completely lose it. So the very cause they are fighting for gets defeated. In third world countries all over the world, you can see that they burn buses, they burn tires, they cause so much damages and riot. Behind every riot, I tell you, they think they are fighting for injustice, against injustice. Any riot, anywhere in the world. You know what my interpretation for war is? WAR, worst act of reason. WAR, worst act of reason. You have a reason to go for war. That's why you go for war. Anyone who goes for war, they will justify the war. But it causes so much damage, doesn't give you anything. That's why you need to find alternative ways. Peaceful, non-violent demonstration is the best. The Gandhian principle, no? We did this now in August in India, you must have heard in the papers. IAC, India Against Corruption, we are all the founding members of it. We did this. Not a single act of any violence or disturbance anywhere in the country. Art of Living was the main partner in this, main source. And all our volunteers made sure that no antisocial element get into this anti-corruption movement. It was standing up against corruption, crime and corruption. It could have gone wild, people would have burnt homes and would have done all sorts of things. No, because there is this commitment to non-violence. And suddenly that whole time, crime rate had gone down in the whole country because everybody was standing up for a cause. Sin is, in Sanskrit, sin is that which gives you suffering and others suffering on a long term. That which gives you suffering, pleasure for a short while and makes you suffer the whole time, the rest of life, is sin. That which may appear to be painful in the very beginning, but on a long run is uplifting, is beneficial, is merit. Yeah, this is exactly what we have been discussing yesterday, day before, the last 2 days. The recap also, I said, how you go to that, these 5 ways. Physical manipulation, all that I said. This is exactly how the chattering mind stops and connects with its own existence. So that we are going to do now, we'll meditate. There are 3 types of space. One is the outer space. Another is the inner space where emotions and thoughts hover around. That's called Chitta Akash. And then there is a consciousness, that's a space which is even beyond. The 3rd type of space where there is only bliss. And these 3 spaces are connected. The outer space, the intermediate space of thought or subtle body, and the causal space of bliss, of love. So every time you have experienced some love or some happiness, some peace, you are in touch with that inner space. Even just a touch and go. It brings that energy inside. So enhancing energy, meditation happens. And meditation enhances energy. Both ways. When your energy is uplifted, the meditations happen. Why is it challenging to be? Compassionate to oneself. Because we have, somehow we are used to blaming ourselves. On the spiritual path, the first rule is stop blaming yourself. This is a rule. If we can take this rule, I am not going to blame myself, then you will see you will progress very well in spiritual path. See, what is spirituality? What is spiritual path? Is getting in touch with yourself, the core of your being, right? Going inside, to be in touch with yourself. If you are blaming yourself, how do you want to go near? How can you go near yourself? You never want to be with someone whom you blame. Do you want to be with someone whom you blame? When you are blaming yourself, how can you be with yourself? The biggest impediment for meditation is self-blame. You can never be at peace. You can never dive inside. You can never transcend if you blame yourself. So don't blame yourself. Yeah. When you are happy, every step you put is a dance. You dance your walk, you dance your way through your life. Wisdom makes you dance through all situations. Yeah. Dance is a movement stretched. A movement stretched in rhythm is dance. Sound stretched in rhythm is music. Life stretched is celebration. What are your thoughts on one world government and one world family? Complementary. One world family is what is most practical right now. I leave it for politicians to think about. From the world, they have established World Bank and one world government. I don't think any politician will be ready to do that as of now. But at least if United Nations become more powerful and more proactive rather than taking a back seat, it would be good for the planet. Look now, I'm not going to get into this trap. You have some idea in your mind. On a personal note, personal problem, personal issue, you want to generalize it and bring it as a different, indirect question and try to infer a direct answer. I'm not going to fall prey to that. So, direct question, direct answer. Indirect question, I will answer in an indirect manner. Sometime. Got it? Listen, now you are breathing? You are, definitely. You know it, I know it. And everybody knows. What's happening? The air is entering inside your body. The same air is going out and is traveling the whole world. Correct? Can you say, this is my air? The subtler you go, you can't possess it or own it. Gross, you can say, okay, this is my body. Yes, definitely. Even there, you know, your body is emitting vibrations, energy all the time. You are losing energy and you are gaining energy from the cosmos. It is a continuous flow. Every cell in your body is changing. You know, biometrics, and you know, you have a particular energy inside you and it's changing. It's changing all the time. So you are nothing but a particular vibration, wave function, a frequency. A particular frequency is called so and so. Susan is a particular frequency. Jeffrey, particular frequency. Michelle, particular frequency. We are almost like a particular TV channel. You know, From a tower, they are aired, right? Different channels are aired. And the channels can be caught in anybody's home, in any television. You can't say, BBC is coming in my television, how can it come in the neighbor's television? It is the same waves. So you are also waves. Your consciousness is also a wave function. It has so many possibilities, many avenues. In that sense, like sun has come totally inside your window, right? You can't say, oh, sun has come here in my window, I have captured it. No, the same sun in the same totality will be in neighbor's window also. All over the world. This is what I am saying as spherical thinking. We are trained in linear thinking. Something is born, something has to die, something has to happen this way, something has to... this is a linear thinking is what we are trained in. But we need to think of the spherical thinking. The Vedanta gives the spherical thinking. The ancient people knew spherical thinking. That's why they said, perhaps this, perhaps that. In the Jain the religion, the philosophy, it says perhaps. It's a very, very interesting thing to understand. How the intellect is stimulated, at the same time it's a chance to transcend that and see the truth which is beyond. So the sun is here totally and there totally also. Yeah? In the same way, you are just a vibration. As body, you can't be everywhere. But as consciousness, you can be in many places. If you have touched a flower, your vibes have gone into the flower. The biometrics, the biometric locks, Have you heard about biometric locks? That only when you touch, the lock will open. Have you heard about this? There are locks in which only when you touch it, then that lock will open. If you have spoken about these locks about 20, 25 years ago, people would have laughed at you, would have thought you must be somewhere out there. You are not seen. All is possible. So vibrations, everything is wave function. So I say the whole universe is wave, it's just field. It's a field of consciousness. I think it's getting late before we'll meditate now and then we will go into other more questions and all. Okay? So one question I'll take, that lady there. Yeah. Yeah. No, that is okay. If someone wants to refuse medication and have the body take its natural course, it is not suicide. It is okay. But if someone out of anguish try to strangle themselves, end their life, drink poison, that is what is suicide. As far as I am concerned, I would say that as suicide. Sometimes there are people who are in coma and they have been force-fed and they are in the machine for a long time. What I would say is, let them go on naturally. And don't force feed them, don't force them anything on. This is what is my personal opinion. There may be different opinions on that issue. When you know that someone cannot survive, he cannot come back into normalcy, then there is no point in keeping them alive like a vegetable for a long time. I would say remove all those tubes and let nature take its course.